Hello and welcome back to another video, and it's going to be a sparkling day. Sparkling. 10 points if you can guess which, or if you know, which 80s which 80s movie that quote comes from. It's pretty not rare. It might be a bit obscure, but if you're around in the early 80s, you may know it. It's not from the main character anyway. But anyways, Lady Decade Part 2. We've already had Part 1, where she bawled her eyes out on camera after scamming somebody. And now we have Part 2. We've sort of had Part 1.5 along the way, because she did that sort of... I posted a short video yesterday where she did like a response, and we saw what it's like to cry on camera. Anyways... So we have, I was very pleased that I got a retweet, so shout out to Sluts and Guts, which is a great name for a YouTube channel, for a Twitter handle. How to destroy your 2 YouTube channels with 1 video, commentary by DVD Fever and his Top Hat Gaming and Lady Decade. So so I've just put, they could well have ended their careers with this crazy video. I mean, the amount of simps on her video is just sickening. But anyway, so at sluts underscore guts, that's their Twitter thing. So go and follow them. So just a few little bits and pieces before we get to it. This is obviously from Lady Decades. I can't think why Top Hat Gaming Man put his wife in front of the camera, because she'll just he probably doesn't look so good in underwear. Apparently he's a wrestler. I don't know, I just start thinking of when, oh god, what's his name? Judd Nelson starts winding up Emilio Estevez about being a wrestler in the Breakfast Club, and he says, you have to wear tights, don't you? Oh no, this is well, he winds him up anyway, but then he ends up having a conversation with Brian, aka Anthony Michael Hall. Brian says, "Oh, you have to wear tights, don't you?" Emilio says, "No, I don't have to wear tights. I have to wear the required uniform." Yeah, tights. Shut up. And he's basically just that's where the internet has got to by doing that. Hang on. But let's just have a look. What's this? July 21st. Now, bear in mind, this is a couple who can't afford £500, despite the fact that they make 50 odd grand a year between the pair of them on YouTube and Patreon, and the £500 has already been paid by another simp. We'll get to him. But yeah, they can't afford anything, despite the fact she made that video in front of several £1,000s worth of video games and consoles, because they've got all those consoles at home, all those obscure consoles that no one really cares about, that worth perhaps a play when you have a go, but you wouldn't go and buy them. First of all, I did watch a Linus Tech Tips video years ago where they played the Apple Pippin, and they spent about $900 on the unit plus some games, and the whole thing was in Japanese, so they didn't even know what was going on anyway. So but it made quite an amusing video. That was before he got a silly beard. So they're in I don't know what later media is. Maybe that means she sort of posted it to appear later. I don't know. But anyway, so she's on holiday in Greece, so she can't afford £500 for this thing. Oh, and by the way, from what I understand has since happened, because I said, surely if someone sends a letter to you and it's not letterheaded, then it's just clearly a load of nonsense. Well, apparently, according to some of the comments on my video, my part 1 video as it were, this is now a thing. People even send WhatsApp messages, but they can just sort of send letters like that, and it is a thing. But what I've also since learned is that, I can't remember where I saw the page now, but that picture they used, and it was not fair use in her case, because she just apparently showed the picture. But it's got a thing where you have to pay $520 So that's why she approximated around £470. It's $520 for 6 months use. That's all. 6 months use. So yeah, that's all you're getting out of it basically. So if she wanted to pay the money, she wouldn't just have to get. Well, she's obviously got more money than that now anyway, but she wouldn't have to keep. She wouldn't have to just pay it once. She'd have to be paying it every 6 months. So I mean, what she could do in theory is pay it once, edit the video out so she loses 3.5, 4 seconds, and then learn from that and move on. Because they do so much due diligence in their videos, don't they? The ones that they don't actually write anyway. So she was in Greece. She posted a picture of a PSP, also in Greece. Blah blah blah. Let's just zoom it in. Why not? And then she's mojitos. Blah blah blah. That was July the 18th. So they're in Greece, and yeah, it's such a busy place. Everyone's cleared out. They must be so in awe of her, thinking whoever she is. And then what else have we got? So she still wants to avoid the UK heat. Simple, go to a country which has aircon. Don't forget your OLED switch, which is, after all, a necessity for gracious living. So they've got all these consoles, the PSP, the mojitos, multiple PSPs, and the OLED switch. And that was July the 16th. So there we go. And then here we go to her Patreon page. Now, before, I'm going to play a guessing game now. Before, she had about £850 when I made the first video. A few days later, so I recorded that on, well, actually a couple of days later, I recorded that on Sunday evening. I'm recording this on Tuesday evening, so it'll go up on Wednesday morning. How much do you think she's got now? A month, instead of £850. I'm surprised she's not hidden this. I think she had 144 patrons before. Now, so it's gone from £850 approximately to £1,201. So that's £350. That's fucking disgusting. You disgust me, dear. And not in the right way. So, yeah. So that's £350. Now that's presuming these people don't all pull out for now. And before the month is up, so they don't have to pay her. So, yeah. But what else have we got? We didn't just want to give you that. Well, she had a very revealing post, not in that way, on Patreon. And as of Monday, it was online, and I go to it Tuesday evening thinking, oh, let's use this in the video. Oh, this will be genius. Oh, what juicy titbits has it... Let's not talk about tits. What juicy bits has it got in the page of hers? Oh, look at that. Oh, dear me. What's happened there? Her page is gone. She's taken it down. That's very unfortunate. Oh, God, it'd be awful if someone had kept a copy of the contents, wouldn't it? Oh, dear. Let's just refresh the page, make sure it doesn't just reappear. No, she's actually taken down the whole page. It's called Going Forward. So, oh, that's shocking. What can we do? Yeah, but, oh, dear, but yes, let's... well, kudos to Canadian Gamer, who, this is her post. So this is posted, she was obviously away in Greece at the time, because Greece is the word. Might use that as a title, actually. Greece is the word. No, I don't want to sing, because what happens when you start singing on YouTube? It starts claiming the copyright for music, and we don't want to start using copyright without paying for it, do we? So. Yeah, going forward, laying it out on the table. So this is the thing that she wrote, which she's since taken down, and not all of it is in Canadian Gamer's video. So luckily I kept a copy of it all in text form as well. So I'll bring that up in a minute. So going forward and laying it out on the table. Hi everyone, this is July 22nd at 11:17 AM. She posted this. So she posted all this while she was on holiday. Hi everyone, I wanted to let you know that I fly home on the 1st of August, so burglars, I'm surprised they didn't all go round a house. When I'm back, it will be all systems go. Everything will go back to normal. Patreon questions at the end of my videos will resume as the VIP Discord chats. As will the VIP... I did set up a Discord. I probably linked it in this video. I have no idea how to use it. I've never actually been to my own Discord. I'm currently talking to my sponsorship agent about getting more sponsorships. I seriously need to get as many as possible. Lol. I'm going to make a formal stream schedule too, but I need to formalise this when I'm home. I'm currently thinking Monday, YouTube Nightmares, Gordon Ramsay style critiquing of YouTube channels with Chef Top Hat. Need to find volunteer channels, lol. Hey, you can use mine if you like. No, she's not taking me on. Wednesday, behind the scenes filming and probably voiceover. Yeah, probably voiceover like a what's it called? Like an M&S advert, which had Dervla Kerwin all very sultry and yeah, you can imagine what Simps will make of that. Friday voiceovers, you know what to expect from these two. Voiceovers. I also need to work out some more revenue streams too. Oh dear, she's so stuck for cash. She's got to think of more revenue streams. But I'll get this figured out. It will not include OnlyFans, LMAO. Laughing emoji with tears. Laughing emoji with tears. Basically, the reason for this is, you may or may not know, I'm in the process of trying to move house. Yeah, because when you're in the middle of when you're stuck for cash, that's what you do. You move house to a bigger house because you've got no cash. The primary reason is because as we work from home. Oh, sorry, yes, so she didn't have a job. Neither of them do. Would you employ them? We work from home. We need much more space. So it's like Metal Jesus Rocks. Getting all those donations for his basement leak, allegedly, and not allegedly that he had a leak. He had a leak, but it was all paid for on insurance. But he got loads of money through Patreon, and then he just put it towards buying a bigger house and going to Japan with Kinsey. We need much more space. I need a better set to make the show more dynamic, as it's boring filming the same restrictive angles over and over. It's so boring. God, do you find it boring? I really find it so boring filming the same restrictive angles again and again. Good God. Actually, I'm not filming any angles because I'm just showing you this. I need a dedicated office streaming space. First world problems, as Canadian Gamer says. I need better equipment to do all this, but also secondly, it's either but secondly, but not but also secondly. That's too many. You got too many extra words in there. Secondly, it will be better. It will just be better. My children, probably better for my children to have the work. So she has too many words, and then she has not enough. It will just be better for my children to have the workspace away from their spaces. Yeah, because they might come in, as one guy commenting said, they'll be demanding caviar. Amazingly, we have finally had an offer accepted on a much bigger property. So, yep, they've got the money. The downside is that in combination with the cost of living crisis, fuel crisis, and inflation. Let's just fast forward a little bit. The downside is that in combination with the cost of living crisis, fuel crisis, and inflation, etc., moving is actually going to mean our day-to-day outgoings will increase by rather a lot. A bigger house means a bigger mortgage. I mean, who'd have thunk it, lol. Now, for those who don't really know what's going on, don't have actually bills to pay, the cost of living is just absolutely fucking shocking. In countries like, I know in France, their government have still capped the energy cap, so they only have a 4% energy price cap on bills. And from what I saw on Twitter, when someone described this, and a similar thing was happening in Malta, they'll be paying around about €150 per month for electricity and gas. I think Malta are paying probably a similar amount. In the UK, over the course of the year, we were paying, I think about the start of this year, 2022, we were paying about just under £1,200 a year, allegedly, supposedly. When you've got, don't worry, I'm not going to turn this into a beg for money rant. When you've got two PCs running and TVs running and more equipment than you know what to fucking do with, your bills go rather a bit too high. I'm running a projector. God knows how much. I don't even want to know how much that costs to run. But it doesn't half heat the room. I'll tell you that much. It'll be good come winter, but it's fucking ball ache now. But no, don't give money to me. Give money to a food bank instead. Don't give your money to these fucking shysters. Yeah, there's many food banks out there. Go and give your money to them instead, because there are people in real need. But anyway, so £1,200, just under. We have. I think come October it's going to be about 3,000, and it's predicted by January next year our bills will go to around about £4,200 a year. So that's from £1,200 to £4,200. So that's £3,000 increase in a year. I've never known the like of it. It's just fucking disgusting. But then look at who we've got in charge. Jesus, America think they've got problems with either Trump or Biden. Well, the UK says hold my beer. We've got, well, I would say we've got Boris Johnson, but he's just disappeared for the summer. And any the other bunch of wet lettuces they haven't got a clue either. So yeah, we just up shit creek without a fucking paddle, and without a government anyway. We're like that country. I forget which country it is, but the people actually took over the government buildings because they literally had no government. It feels like we've got no government. So yeah, if the average bill goes to £4,200, which is over £650 a month, £650. That's just obscene. That's way more than half of a lot of people's wages in fuel costs. Anyway, I dread to think what mine will be like as well. But anyways, let's get back to the fun. This is all common sense stuff, but additionally, due to being self-employed, in order to borrow the amount we need, we've had to cut down on declaring our expenses. Declaring our expenses. That sounds a bit fucking dodgy. If you fuck with the HMRC, they'll come back and fuck you harder. So that's a bad. As long as you didn't put it in the public eye, you know. Oh, dull. This means we could borrow more, but our tax bill has more than doubled. Oh, what a shame. So a tough 7 months are ahead to pay this bill timely, along with the other increased bills. Oh, what a shame. Literally speculating to accumulate. You can't grow a business without taking risks. Well, a pair of you risked your channels on this that video from the other day and just fuck yourselves over. I also need to take into consideration that everything I earn directly affects my editor too, whoever that is. This massive downturn on my channel in the last few months, because no one bothers to watch our videos, has affected his income just as much as mine. I must rectify this. I'll bring up her channel in a bit. I must rectify this because his work is top notch. I speculate the more than halving in views is down to the following reasons. Yeah, we'll have a look at her channel in a bit. She's obviously not got her titters out. So the following reasons. As the channel progressed, I was bold enough to make content on more obscure and niche subjects, which clearly didn't have the same reach as more simple topics like Zelda and Mario. Oh dear, what a shame. It's like when I make videos about about the Amico and this, and they get a lot of hits. I do some certain gameplay videos, and you don't really get a lot of hits. Sometimes it's weird though. I made some gameplay of certain, but quite a number of my gameplay videos, they sort of do absolutely nothing at all, or they just sort of fart along for some reason for about a year or so, and then they start to absolutely take off. I did because I loved the PSP when I was younger. Sort of more recently, I played a couple of Ben 10 games on the PSP using PPSSPP, the emulator, and for quite a while the hits were a bit modest, shall we say, and then some of them they've absolutely taken off. Then I had a game like Superliminal where the hits were modest, let's say, at first, and then a year later. This was after it appeared on PC. I know it had been on Switch, I think, for a year before. So it came on PC in 2020. And then in 2021, so a year later after posting my gameplay online, it ended up on Xbox Game Pass. And the hits on all my Superliminal videos went through the roof. It's brilliant. So anyway, number two, we have been trying to move since January. The UK property market is a mess. Well, it always is. And no matter how diligent I've been, well, you didn't do due diligence on this one, still had 5 purchases fall through. Extremely stressful. Been living in limbo. Oh, shucks. Number 3, the stress has affected how good our ability has been to come up with ideas for smash hit videos, as prior to moving, all was good and the channel was only our focus. Well, you get other people to write you videos for you, so you don't have to think about anything. Number 4, lack of sleep hasn't helped either. My baby wakes me up multiple times every night and is a nightmare sleeper, so we are constantly exhausted. Well, yeah, babies do that. They need constant attention. I don't have kids myself, but from but based on what my parents told me when they were alive, I was once a baby, and I used to make a lot of noise in the middle of the night. So I hear that. Well, obviously everyone fucking heard it, didn't they? They heard me fucking screaming. Oh, also just a quickie, another one went along a bit for on Canadian Gamers video. Lady Decade, holidays in Greece, a necessity for gracious living. So this was on July the 12th, and she said she was flying home on the August the 1st. So that's at least 3 weeks away. Yeah, she zoomed in there. He zoomed in. Holidays in Greece, a necessity for gracious living. So I say I copied the text from the Patreon page before she deleted it, and you can see this is basically the same as I've read out already. We'll just scroll down because so 1, 2, 3, 4, and there are a few things afterwards where people have replied to her afterwards, etc. So yeah, I'm not going to read all those out. I can't be bothered. It's just basically her attending to her simps. So she does a 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm probably going to make a video to ask people if they would consider becoming Patreons too. But I would be so grateful for your advice. What made you choose to support me initially? Your tits. What could I offer people in return for their support? Your tits. What would make a difference to you? Your tits. Literally anything you can think of would help me enormously. I need to make sure that if I'm going to be so bold as to do a video like this, which will get those e-beggar comments, that it is watertight. Whatever it is I offer in return, your tits. I need to make sure I can deliver. Well, you can deliver there. I don't really know what else to say. I just wanted to make sure I kept all of you in the loop with where I am. Yeah, in fucking Greece. Please feel free to comment or DM me. I love talking to you all. I bet you wouldn't like talking to me. If you like, I have a rough idea of what content is upcoming, so I can post my list if you like. No thanks. To summarise, I'm going to try and upscale and make my channel better for you, so when I get home in 10 days, I'm firing on all cylinders to make this expansion work. So much love, Chloe Green Cube, or whatever the fuck that is. I think Cube is that's a Super Mario thing. But, oh, what else was there? Yep, there's just one more picture from courtesy of Canadian Game. I will link his video in the description, so do watch it. But and to borrow a line from Canadian Gamer. May 17th. Found these in a garage sale earlier today, or in America they call them a garage. I paid £65. Did I do well? Bollocks, did you get all that for £65? Absolute liar. Another liar. A PCFX, a Palladium, a Jaguar Satellite View. I'd have to look that up. I can't remember what that is. Turbo Graphics, another Jaguar, a couple of Famicoms, or a Famicom, or something else that looks similar, and a Pippin. No fucking way. Did she? Oh, and a PSX, the thing that costs a bloody fortune. Not the. We used to call the PlayStation 1 or the PS1 a PSX back in the day. That's what it was called. But no, it's PSX is it's a PlayStation 2 with a DVD drive, and they cost about £500. No fucking way did she get all that for £65. You would not get that for £65 at all. Anyone on eBay, anyone on a garage sale, they knows, or car park, it's car boot sale as we call them over here. No way they would know what the eBay prices are, so they would not charge you. They would charge you a fuckload more than £65. Maybe she just flashed her tits, or not. I don't know. Seems to work for her, doesn't it? What else we got? Where's her channel gone? Hang on. There we go. So she's gone from about 64,000 subscribers, whatever it was, to almost 81,000. So she'll probably head to 100,000, sadly. So yeah, so we can see most sort of recent videos: 20,000, 19,000, 13,000, blah blah blah, 15,000, etc. Oh, I'm very scared. 96,000. Boo-hoo, cry me a fucking river. And then she's sort of sat there on the desk with her feet up, so one there for the foot fetishists. Now, on to the quartering, whoever this weirdo is. He's a weird bloke called Jeremy, I think his name is. I never watched any of his videos. I watched the first minute of this before making this film, so most of it's going to be a blind reaction. But this fucking simp has given her the 500 quid. You know, I mean, I'm sorry to break this to you, mate, Jeremy, but she's not going to shag you. Yeah? Let's get into it. Oh, just before I start, I'll just take back my like. No point putting dislikes on a video because that just gives it interaction. If you comment on it, and just even if you comment or if you hate a video, don't interact with it in any way. Don't like it, don't dislike it, don't comment on it. People think that by disliking a video that hurts a video. It doesn't. It just boosts it in the algorithm. But idiots be idiots. Right, here we go.
If you've ever tried creating YouTube videos or you watch
This is fair use, by the way. Of course.
YouTubers.
Start again.
If you've ever tried if you've ever tried creating YouTube videos or you watch YouTubers, you're probably familiar.
Oh, so I'll put the subtitles on because you know, I mean, he's got a beard and you might not be able to hear him. So yeah, it's an affliction that some men have to. I think it's to try and combat their baldness. They just grow a beard instead. But anyways.
If you've ever tried creating YouTube videos or you watch YouTubers, you're probably familiar with some of the basics of fair use and some of the ways that YouTube system is completely broken. It allows bad actors, bad faith actors, to take advantage of small channels who don't have enough money, resources, or experience.
Oh, by the way, this guy, the Quartering, he has 1.26 million subscribers, and he's got a cheap ass IKEA thing in the background, which must cost all of about. I bought a couple of these for the front room and might buy another one soon as well because they are very good. But when you've got 1.26 million viewers, subscribers, you can fucking afford some decent stuff. Yeah, this was like 55 quid. It was for the 55 quid each. So excuse me. So yeah, that's how much he thinks of you.
To really defend themselves, and you know, when that first kind of a notice comes through, the first time you get a copyright strike or you know, video gets taken down, it can be very scary, especially when, you know, big companies send scary legal letters.
It can be. I mean, I had one recently with well, I've had one. I've commented on it a lot. Metal Jesus Rocks. I made a video about him, and it was fair use, and he threw a copyright strike at me. I appealed it through YouTube. It takes 2 weeks to go through because it has to go back to him and for him to consider whether he wants to sue me, etc. But it's unlikely to happen. But he obviously wasn't going to rush to take it, you know, to retract his strike. So he just let it expire. But it takes 2 weeks to expire because he's a twat. So yeah, if someone gives you a false copyright strike like he does at me and lots of other people, then it's a bad thing. This isn't what happened to Lady Decade though, and yeah, it is a word because Gordon Brown, he was also an awful prime minister. He pronounces, he's still bleating away now. He pronounces decade as dickade, so it sounds like a, you know, like Live Aid. It sounds like a charity event. Dickade. I've had problems with my dick, so I'm going to the doctors for some dickade.
Or when a well-known copyright troll tries to, in my opinion, strong-arm you for hundreds of dollars because you included a picture for 4 seconds out of a 1,000-second video.
And as we've since transpired, this is a picture that you have to pay for, a license for 6 months. Excuse me. That's why she has to pay it. It's not a. It's you buy it through the. I think it's with Getty Images, and it's licensed to the New York Times, She just took the picture. She thinks it's fine. No, it's not fine, and she has to pay.
A 17-minute video showed a picture for 4 seconds, and this guy is writing a 4 or 5 page legal document demanding hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, because that's the price. That's the price of the picture. Yeah, for someone who's amassed a quarter, 1.25 million subscribers, and he doesn't understand the legal the legal process. He's a bit fucking thick, isn't he? But then he's got a beard, so.
That he's been robbed of. By the way, a video that probably made less than $100. He somehow thinks he should be getting $500, $600, $700.
Well, she's made far more than that now, and it's $520 anyway.
This is what we deal with oftentimes as YouTubers. Now, I don't think, I want to be clear, I'm not a lawyer, but when you've been doing YouTube for a decade, you get used to you understand what's fair use, what's not fair use. I don't think that artists who create should be robbed of their work and not compensated. I think that they should also be accredited. I've had a few run-ins.
God, he's found the one sort of still image in her video where she's not got her tits on display.
Before where, my thumbnail guy, for example, used an image.
Oh, by the way, don't support his coffee brand, coffee, whatever that is. Give the money to a food bank. Thank you.
He unknowingly used an image that was copywritten. They reach out, and I always remove it and apologize. And I get it. I don't think that work should be stolen and used, especially by corporate media.
Well, you could have found out how much it would have cost to license the image. Sounds like you didn't do your due diligence either.
For profit. That said, when you're talking about a YouTuber with, videos that regularly get 10 to 20,000 views, using a picture for 4 seconds that they probably just Googled and found a picture of subject matter of a 17-minute video.
That doesn't excuse her lack of due diligence.
And you send them a letter demanding hundreds of dollars, I think you're a copyright troll. I think that's petty. I think...
No, it's the law. God help him if he ever comes up against Judge Dredd.
I think that it's weak, and I hope it backfires. So there's a retro gaming channel. A lot of you might not know this, but I'm into collecting retro stuff.
He's into watching breasts.
See, I have Geo stuff behind me. I've been working on my master system collection for some time, but...
I thought he was going to say a master's degree. No, obviously not.
Now, things are tightening up a little bit, and it makes, it's difficult to collect these days. So that's kind of on pause, but I still consume a lot of their content.
Whoa. People who... You watch videos, you watch TV, you watch films. I hate the phrase consuming content. You don't fucking eat it. That is one of the things that boils my piss. People who say consuming content. No, you just fucking watch it. You don't eat it. Good Lord.
This particular video was brought to my attention by many of you, channel on Lady Decade.
Promote yourself, blah, blah, blah. Well, anyway, so we've got this letter, and...
Why isn't he pissing himself laughing?
Be really careful about basically saying, oh, well, you used my image in your YouTube video.
Quite right.
From the 4th of April of 2021. So this isn't even like a recent thing. And basically this whole letter is like scary legal sounding letter with all of these.
So she's pretending to act like she's thick. She's not thick. You don't get her. She's been coached by Top Hat Gaming Man. So this is just a fucking act. And too many simps have bought it. It's a bit like the people who've been on not social media, like reality TV in the past. Like, I know she's passed away now. Jade Goody. She had a thing where her shtick was to pretend she was thick, and that's how she appeared to the public, and then made an awful lot of money out of it. And sadly passed away from cancer. But it was a thing. It was a shtick to pretend to sound thick, when really to be on so many TV shows after Big Brother and to make so much money, you'd be a very astute businesswoman. And you'd have all the right people backing you. You don't. So it's all an act, basically. I think Joey Essex is the same with the bloke who's like a model, and he's been on. I think he's either The Only Way is Essex or one of those shows and reality shows, and he always tries to pretend like he sounds thick. Yeah, he'll be an astute businessman as well, making a fucking fortune. Good luck to him if he wants to do that. But it's it's all an act, and people fall for it.
Points in it, like very legal, formal sounding, terrifying, terrifying, scary letter.
You'll stop me up again.
You with science and you're reading it like, oh, I don't understand all of this. And basically, I was like, what?
God, fucking Simp Jeremy is thinking, so my channel has come to this.
What on earth is this referring to?
So, and by the way, there are a couple YouTubers that uploaded videos making fun of this woman because they didn't.
No, pointing out facts, Beardy.
Think that it was enough money to ruin their life. That's
with all the fucking video games behind her. No, that Wonderswan, that's worth a fair bit.
This pathetic loser talk, and I hope she doesn't pay any mind to it. So essentially, whoever this guy is, and I'll show you who he is in a minute. He's a well-known copyright troll, and by the way,
he's not. He's wanting money paid for his work.
Look again. If somebody knowingly is ganking your work, I think you should, that's one thing. It's a YouTuber and a video they uploaded over a year ago that didn't even, it was a video on Altered Beast, the Sega game, wasn't even like that popular, right? It's not like it got millions and zillions of views. And
it still doesn't excuse it.
Now you're demanding, by the way, this person also struck down the video, okay?
So she says. We have still not seen proof of that.
Struck down the video. The channel now has a copyright strike from it.
Show it.
And 3 strikes, your entire channel gets deleted. And who knows?
That's the first bit of proof. First bit of truth he said.
If this person's trolling through, looking for, like, a normal person might say, hey, use a copyrighted image. Maybe, I'm sure you didn't do it on purpose and blah blah blah. They don't strike down the video. That's not a normal reaction to seeing a small YouTuber. And by the way, in the meantime, I'm going to leave Lady Decade's YouTube channel in the pinned comment. And I, just like with Trillium and other people that we've talked to, Ursha Gaming.
I wonder if he'll pin my YouTube channel in a future video. I doubt it. I haven't got big tits. Well, I've got big moves, but not big tits.
Ursha Gaming, sorry. Go give her a subscribe.
No.
I have a strong feeling you're really going to like the content. It's long format, well-researched, interesting retro.
Well-researched. Someone else writes the fucking videos, you fucking idiot.
Video game content, and it probably helped cheer up a little bit. So they get
hang on, where's the sound gone?
$100 a little bit.
Yeah, give her shitloads of money. That'll cheer her up. It'll cheer me up, that's for sure, with the fucking bills coming.
So they get a letter... $500, 500 euros or so that this guy wants on a video that probably
$520
made 20 euros.
I mean, I don't know how much it made. Well, we can't see how much it made. And the last 20, if it's been removed, then the last 12 months of revenue she's made from it will have been struck from the record anyway. So, as I say, we haven't actually seen any proof that she's removed the video or that she's had a strike.
Okay. I'm going to tell you this right now, Lady Decade. I will pay that money.
Simp! Simp! Fucking beard is simp.
And some of you might be saying, well, don't pay that money. It's fair use.
Don't pay the money because you're a fucking idiot who's been scammed.
This one isn't a slam dunk fair use. It's more of like a mistake.
Wrong!
Grabbed an image. I didn't know it was copywritten.
Wrong! If you have a Getty image, that always says Getty Images on it. From any website. I'm not going to feature any here, but you go on Google and you look for something and it comes up. It will say Getty Images at the bottom. That's not a mistake. You didn't know it was copywritten, my arse.
Obviously, You're talking about 4 seconds in a 995 second video.
Doesn't matter. 995 seconds, so about 17 minutes, he said. How much is that times 17 times 60? 1,020. 1,020 seconds. So, okay, 4 seconds out of 1,020. That's 4 out of 1,000 approximately. But even still, if you use it, and it wasn't fair use, she just apparently just used it, scanning up and down the picture. She wasn't critiquing it in any way. But there we go.
Which means if you want to break it up, I would say you are entitled to exactly 0.4% of the revenue from that video.
No, that's not how it works.
Okay, the video was not about the image. It wasn't making money off the image. It just happened to be some B-roll that popped in there.
It wasn't B-roll. She found the image. She saved it to her computer. She added it to the video on purpose.
Okay, this is not really what copyright law is meant to protect.
It is. It is.
Okay, you're not profiting off that image.
No, it's not directly, but it's still what copyright law is there for.
That image didn't increase the viewership of that video. That image didn't increase the earnings of that video. That image didn't cause more people to subscribe. I've seen it. I saw the video in its uncut form. It was 4 seconds. Not even. It was
It's not an excuse.
probably 3.5, you know, or so. And so this guy wants $500 from them, and they're feeling like, I'm
That's the license fee.
being extorted. I'm sure they feel like they're being extorted, I'm saying. And I sympathize with that. In this particular case, it would be maybe something they could win in court, but it's a little different than a clear-cut fair use case. And
It's not different at all. She would lose instantly.
so, you know, my advice to Lady Decade, I've spoken to her at length, and I said, look, I think, you know, $500 is absurd to request for earnings on that. It is absolutely absurd. But what's more concerning is the copyright strike, because you could end up losing your channel. You know, if something happens, you know, when you cover video games, you never really know. And so I said, hey, look, I'll pay for it. I'll pay for the, you know, you don't have to tell anybody.
He's probably paying for a private dance.
You took the loss. I guess this is just between us now. I'll pay this clown and put your, you know, chop that second out, chop those 3 seconds out, put your video back up and get on with your life.
Well, she could have paid it anyway.
I'm sure it's very scary, you know, the first time you have to deal with lawyers and this and that. I don't think...
If you're running a business like these two are, her and Top Hat Gaming Man, it's not the first time they'll have dealt with lawyers. They will have to have registered with Companies House to set up a business so they can pay tax and all the rest of it. They know what the score is. They know exactly what's going on, and they're fucking pretending to be thick, like she's pretending to be thick. She's doing a J Goody.
I think that coming to some agreement to pay this would be any kind of setback for fair use, because again, you know,
Because it's not fair use?
I think if you go to court, even if you win, you're losing more than $500. I don't think this sets precedent. You know, I did tell her, hey, talk to a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer, but
No, really?
you know, I'd be happy to pay the £500 or whatever that is, funny money, UK funny money.
UK funny money. Fucking idiot beard. It's $520, so it's your fucking funny money.
I would only ask that you re-upload the video and don't back down. But, you know, chop that section out though.
Well, you don't have to take it down and, you know, delete it, etc. If they paid the money on the grounds that Martin McNeil retracts a strike, they can get the video back, and on the grounds that they chop out that 3.5 seconds, 4 seconds, whatever it is, and then they can make the video live again with all the hits it had before. It's perfectly easy to do. Oh, and there's others that pointed out on the comments on my last video. It's on Top Hat Gaming Man's channel anyway. So obviously she's just put her breasts in front of the camera to cry the tale.
Because we're really careful about
Wrong.
what we use on YouTube. Sorry.
Acting. Get the tear stick.
Very careful with YouTube. We credit everything and we write down where we got everything. Like even on
Bullshit.
images and even images in thumbnails.
Oh, you write it down, now you're just pretending to be stupid.
We
They
literally
do.
write it all down, and occasionally we slip up and we might miss something, but then normally if someone says something about it, say, oh, if you've used my image, can you credit me please? Oh yes, oh gosh, I'm so sorry. Yes, of course, certainly. Do you want us to promote yourself, blah blah blah? Well, anyway, so we've got this letter, and it states like to send them a response by email, and giving us like their address, blah 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 blah. But all very formal, like it's like scary, like it had come from a corporate company, except
Yeah, God, imagine a company sending things out legally in order to get the money that they're due. Huh? Strange that.
it's not on headed paper, and they've demanded money. They've demanded that we pay them just shy of. Sorry, man. Sorry.
Hang on, sorry, I've got to pretend to cry again.
And they've demanded that we pay them just shy of £500, which I know probably doesn't sound like a lot of money to. Sorry.
Yeah, oh God, you might have to sell one of those fucking bunch of games behind you, Jesus.
I don't have that money.
Look,
You're a fucking idiot, Jeremy.
and I see some people saying, "Oh, well, just sell your collection." Blah
Duh.
blah blah. Sell these
Well, you don't need to. They get 50 grand a year coming in revenue anyway.
stuff. You know, like, come on. Yeah, okay, fine. But you know what? I'm saying, like, look, I'll just pay for it. Okay.
I wonder what he's getting out of this. Well, no, he's obviously just thinking he'll make a fortune out of through his viewers. You know, he gets to think he looks like the good guy out of this. That's what he gets out of it.
Do you think some people, you know, like, clearly this person is extremely distressed. The
Yes. Oh God. It's a fucking act, you dick.
idea that they would be faking this is absurd.
Oh, let's just play that back again. That was funny.
Person is extremely distressed. The idea that they would be faking this is absurd.
Well, it's a fact.
If they are faking it, they have a bright future in Hollywood.
Yep. Well, not really. I mean, it's just it's just pretending to act in front of the camera for a bit. It's not exactly John Gielgud, is it?
They're clearly having anxiety and stress
Bullshit.
over this, and you know, it's insane. Could
You are indeed.
they win in court? Maybe. Could they lose? Also maybe. Anytime you go to court, it's a gamble. And I don't think that this is as clear-cut of a fair use case
Yeah, it's not fair use.
as I've seen in the past. But, you know, their channel is, you know, subscribe to their channel.
Don't subscribe to their channel.
That's how we're going to fight back against this. And I'm going to pay the 500, whatever,
Simp.
pounds. What do I do? Just send lard or something like that?
The fuck? So you think that you pay UK pounds by sending lard? Are you? Did IQs drop sharply while I was away? Good lord. So this is what is he American or is he Canadian? I don't know. I don't know whether he I mean, I know a lot of American and Canadian people who are perfectly fine, but I'm trying to attribute whether I don't want to say he's a dumb American or anything silly like that when he might not even be American. I don't know, but he obviously doesn't represent the country where he's from because he just decides to. He says UK money is paid in lard. God. So he just insults whatever country he feels like if he doesn't understand things.
500, whatever, pounds. What do I do? Just send lard or something like
Lard?
that? Sand. I'll send 500,
Sand?
whatever, pounds. What do I do? Just send lard
Lard?
or something like that? Sand. I'll
Send sand? Never got enough sand on our beaches, thank you.
send 500 pounds of sand in a bag.
Jesus, I think God, I think your meds are, they're not kicking in, are they?
And you know, maybe, yeah, I don't think this is a fair use situation. I think that this is just a dude who has a long history. By the way, when you look into who he is, Martin McNeil, he has a long history. some of his coworkers, people that have worked for him in the past, have shared some interesting stories with me. I'm not saying that the guy's work should get ripped and profited from, but
So that's guy who took the picture, and he's got every right to demand the money because it's part of the license.
some YouTuber accidentally using it.
They're not accidentally. They saved it on the hard drive, where it would have said Getty Images, and then they used it on purpose.
As a B-roll.
It wasn't B-roll. They didn't take it from B-roll. They saved the image and put it in there. An image is not B-roll. B-roll is moving image video.
For 4 seconds out of a 17-minute video is not exactly you fighting the good fight, man.
You really are the simp, aren't you?
It's you being a dick.
No, I think that's you. Everything you've done in this video has been stupid and dicky.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Go
Oh, I've enjoyed this video. I'll send you, if you got a PO box, I'll send you £500 of lard.
subscribe to Lady Decade.
Hang on. How much is lard these days? Do they still sell lard? Morrison's. Let's look at Morrison's. Lard. How much is lard? They still sell lard. 250 grams. It's called dripping. 250 grams of. Oh, 250 grams. Hang on. 250 grams into pounds. How much is that? So that's half a pound. So 500 pounds. Hang on. 500 pounds of lard is 226,796 grams. So take that figure divided by 250 grams. So basically 907 blocks of lard. A block of lard that's 250 grams is £1.20 from Morrison's. So 907 of those. So times £1.20. So I said I would send Jeremy to his PO box if I found it. £500 of lard. No, because that would be £1,088.62. I will not be spending £1,000 on lard. So Jeremy, you are safe from me sending you lard. Thank you.
I'm gonna make sure she gets her money to pay this guy, so hopefully he can feed his family now after he bullied a small YouTuber.
He didn't bully her. He asked for the money that he was due legally.
He feels good and strong about his. By the way, he's protected his Twitter account now because everyone's pointing out
her lies.
how ridiculous it is.
Oh God! Can you imagine God actually, having a business and then wanting to be paid for your business that you do? God, can you imagine that?
Look, if Ford or Chevy or Honda uses your image and they don't pay you, get paid, brother.
Oh God, it's that argument again. If it's a big company using it, it's okay to ask for the money. If it's a small company or individual, it's not okay. Tell that fucking bullshit to the tourists.
100% understand. Some small-time YouTuber who accidentally used an
She didn't accidentally use it.
image, and your first thing to do is to harass them for money.
Oh, is this looking like? I'm not going to watch the video. It looks like Jeremy is a transphobe as well.
Is pathetic, dude. Relax. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go subscribe to Lady Decade, and we'll talk to you again real soon.
What a fucking moron. I enjoyed that. Windy pops. Anyways. Oh, cold timing it there. So in the meantime, please like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, click on the bell for all the notifications, and cue Genesis.